Hi, Chilli Sid here. I'm in Bristol at the Hot Sauce Emporium and I'm with John Choples, the owner. He's going to talk us through how he came about having a hot sauce shop and what inspired him. John, tell us something about yourself.
Right, okay, well if we start at the very beginning, I suppose. I've loved chilies all of my adult life. I remember, I suppose probably in my early teenage years, my mum wanted to try out something a bit different and she found a recipe for chili con carne, which was not very well known in the UK at that point. So she went on a search for chilies and all she could find were the dried ones that you used to be able to buy in little boxes. If I'm allowed to mention the name, I think the brand Schwartz, the spice brand. And I think they were probably Cayennes, to be honest. So that was my first experience of chilies, and there were a few of those rehydrated in the dish. And I just didn't know what to make of it, but I loved it, and I loved that. Well, what we all know and love, that chasing the heat, the buzz, exactly. So that was the very beginning of it all. And then a little bit later on down the line, I discovered the Caribbean hot sauces that you could buy in world shops in places like Easton and Bristol, which were far hotter at the time than anything you'd find on the supermarket shelf. And it developed from there. I went on a trip to the States in the mid-90s, discovered the world of the more challenging sauces, shall we say, and realised just how much variety is out there. And then a little bit further down the line, this very shop opened on my doorstep, and I could not believe it when I first came across it. At the time, it was run by a chap called Nick Moore, who then subsequently launched the Psycho Juice brand. And at the time, I little dreamed that I'd be running it myself, but I ended up selling his products, a kind of unofficial franchise at various outdoor events. Ultimately, a little bit further down the line, Nick had decided he'd wanted to move on from the shop. He was still selling online in large quantities of his own brand Psycho Juice, and the shop was going to close, unfortunately, and out of the blue he decided to ask me if I wanted to take it on, and I jumped at the chance, to be honest. It's I say from customer to proprietor.
But there aren't any other ones. You've got one in London,
right,
and we've got one in Leeds, haven't we?
Yes.
I think
there's one in Brighton as well. Yes.
So we haven't got many chili sauce shops.
No.
And obviously, when you look through the ranges you've got some amazing products that you can't obviously get in the supermarket.
Exactly, but that's what we specialise in. I mean, just to go back to when Nick first opened this shop, this was the first of its kind in the UK, so it was groundbreaking then. How was 2008.
Okay, yes.
So it wasn't until 2017 that I took it over, but there's all that history, so I was very keen to preserve the legacy of this shop and carry on tradition. And as you'll know yourself, the hot sauce world in the UK is very well, and around the whole world, but it's very much come on from back then.
It's stepping up now, isn't it?
Oh yes, absolutely, yeah. So there's no shortage of products. But you do sauces, you do challenges, jams, anything, anything hot related. Yeah, if it's chili related, there should be a space in the shop for it. You can see that we are rather restricted in space, but
you know what, it's nice.
If I can find a space
really
for it,
nice.
it'll be in there. Yeah, if I think it's a good enough product. I mean, even in chili seeds, we branched out and selling chili seeds, dried chilies, confectionery. But the core range, of course, remains the sauces, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Is there any favourites? Do you want to show us any favourites that you've got? You probably
there
have
are so many.
All favourites, aren't they?
Well, I like to think if the sauce is going to be on the shelf here, it's going to be of a certain quality.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously my customers are curious about the sauces, but the fact that it's here on the shelf should be a guarantee to a degree that it's going to be a good quality sauce.
Yeah.
There are one or two that I might just refer to as challenge sauces, which I wouldn't necessarily rate over flavour, but if you're going for heat's sake, then they will.
I can see the bomb over there because I've done that.
Yeah, that's funny,
and the young man bought that
one
just
that
now.
I had in mind just then. Yeah, absolutely.
I've done a spoonful of that, and I found it really disgusting, but very, very hot.
Yeah, I mean, where do we start? There's so many good sauces.
I'll
just wander around and show you.
I love the labels.
We still, I mean, Psycho Juice, for example, that's still our in-house brand. I mean, the shop and the business are separate now, but very good quality sauces, particularly if you like a sauce which gives you the real fruit flavour of the chilli, very high chilli content. So we've got their sauces and a lot of their other products as well.
They did the dry powders, didn't they?
Well, we do stock those as well.
I bought them last time. So nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, what else have we got? The sauces are arranged on the shelf in order of heat, so the mild to medium are there, and then it gets hotter as you work your way around. When we can get hold of them, Blair's are always very good sellers.
Yeah.
They're, you know, they do mild and medium sauces, but also some extremely hot ones, which are always popular with my customers. The Heartbeat range from Thunder Bay in Canada, they're incredibly popular. I mean, they're very well made sauces, so they're more recent additions to the shop, but they've certainly you know, found a place in the hearts of many of my customers.
Yeah.
Likewise with the Yellowbird sauces, they're very well regarded. Oh yes, we've got several different varieties of the Yellowbird. We've got the Bluegrass Sriracha there as well. We've also got another very popular imported brand, the Queen Majesty range.
Yes.
At the moment I only have 2 in stock. We've got the red habanero and black coffee, and also the Scotch bonnet and ginger one. But they're all very well regarded in terms of their flavour. And
they did that charcoal one as well.
They do the charcoal ghost, yes.
Yes.
At the moment that's out of stock.
I'm getting this one today.
Okay.
I think I'll have to order that.
Yeah, it's worth looking out for. We've got some locally produced ones as well, which of course, you know, years ago when Nick opened the shop there was no such thing, no one was making them then, but we've got some of these.
This one I reviewed.
Oh yeah, that's a brand new addition.
Isn't that nice? It's Brixton, isn't that one nice?
Yeah, that one is incredible. I also have the chicken as well by those societies. They've been on the shelves less than a week, but I was very impressed when I tried those.
That was so yummy
ones.
when I reviewed it. It was
absolutely delicious. But yes, we got what else we got. This is a new one to the shop. That's locally made in Bristol, Spice Monster. Lovely sweet, naturally sweet one that comes from the vine tomatoes in it and habanero. We've also got, where are we? We've got ginger beard preserves, which is
I love ginger beard.
Yeah, Bristol based. There's all sorts of products.
What's that one?
That's the jalapeno one, yeah. As you'd imagine, it's a relatively mild to medium one, but it's all sorts in there, packed full of herbs.
It's just yum.
Yeah, all of his products are very popular with my customers. In fact, he's very popular all the way around Bristol. We've also got, we've got Upton Cheney, which is one of them sold.
That almost looks like a Guinness bottle from far away, doesn't it?
It's a good dipping sauce. It's some of their sauces, and that's one of them, a little bit, tend to be on the sweet side a bit, and consequently I think that is a good dipping sauce, but it's packed full of flavour. Yeah, their mango habanero one actually is the most popular one, and I have just sold out of that one. But I mean, where else we take you? If you're after celebrity sauces, we got Jazz Coleman from Killing Jokes sauce there, which is just being made now on his behalf by Hotheads and Stroud. Really nice sauce. You get the real fruit flavour of the chilli coming through. It's also got pomegranate in it as well.
Different pomegranate.
Yeah, all sorts. We've got one from Belgium there, the Happy Hatter sauce.
Yeah, I've seen this one. I've obviously seen it on Instagram and that.
We've nice
bottle as well.
I could give you a rundown on every sauce.
I know.
We've got of course got Tabby Toms from Gloucester as well. They're very popular.
It's just nice having a place like this where people can actually come and browse and do.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't like shopping on the internet. Not always. I like to go to a shop. So today when we were coming to Bristol, initially we were doing it somewhere else, but then I thought, no, I'm coming here because I'm coming here too.
Right.
And I have to get my fill from here.
I get that. I pick that up for my customers all the time.
It's just you can't get that online. It's like being in a sweet shop. You see all these sauces and you don't know when to stop. Buying them. How many have I got over there now? I've got to stop.
Well,
you mentioned a few more that I'm
thinking.
A few more you've mentioned that I'm thinking, I should get that. But I'm watching pennies. I'm thinking, no, I need to stop now. But thank you very much for talking to us, and thank you for showing us around the store.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Okay.